Good afternoon, I'm Chloe Boyne and welcome to Solent Sports News. After several near misses in the Winter Olympics, Team GB look to finally end their medal drought after many stars have finished just below the podium. This looks set to change, with Matt Weston leading by 0.3 seconds in the men's skeleton. Weston also broke the track record twice in the first two heats on Thursday. Snowboarder Charlotte Banks also bids for Team GB's first medal. Silver medalist 4 years ago, Chloe Tresper is a big threat to Banks as she crossed the line first in Heat 3. She advances alongside second-place finisher Faye Talon of the US. Winter Olympics coach Igor Medved has apologised after being sent home from the game due to alcohol-related issues. The former 44-year-old ski jumper has said that he is not proud of himself and apologises to the Olympic Ski Committee. At the T20 Cricket World Cup, Zimbabwe beat Australia by 23 runs in Colombia on Friday. Blessing Mazarabani grabbed a career best 4 wickets for 17 runs as Zimbabwe remained calm to see through their win. It was the first T20 World Cup game since 2007, where Zimbabwe had a stunning 5-wicket win over Australia. In the Women's Champions League, Manchester United have 1 foot in the quarter-finals after last night's victory against Atletico Madrid, winning 3-0 against the Spanish side. Elizabeth Turland, Malvine Mallard and Julia Ziggy-Otiolm all got on the score sheet for the Red Devils. Turland and My Leticia also celebrated in style, making reference to the United Strand's pending haircut by pretending to cut their hair. Arsenal women also boosted their quarter-final hopes on Wednesday night, securing a 4-0 win over OH Leuven in their first leg tie. The defending Women's Champions League holders will face fellow WSL side Chelsea if they progress to the next round. Liverpool are going through an availability crisis ahead of their upcoming FA Cup game against Brighton tomorrow. Dominic Szoboszlai will be unavailable after he received a red card due to his challenge on Erling Haaland. Injuries are also causing problems as Liverpool will be playing multiple times a week for the foreseeable future.
It's important as well because the last thing we could use right now is another injury. But yeah, that is always the difficult balance for a manager, including his performance staff and medical staff. What is the best decision to make every single time. And it is also true that it wouldn't be for the first time that a player could get injured if he has to play 3 games in 7 days. But
the title race is down to just 4 points following Arsenal's draw to Brentford last night. Arteta believes that small mistakes cost him the opportunity to regain his 6-point cushion.
We scored the goal and the game was under total control. But against them, that's not enough because they just need somebody making a foul that is unnecessary, a ball in the channel, they push you, the clearance is not good, ball goes for a throw-in, and then you have to pray because they are exceptional at what they do. The chaos that is in and around that ball is very, very difficult to defend. And we said, you want to win here, you're going to have to defend the box with your life, and you're going to have to clear the ball. Because there's a lot of people there, and if you don't do that, very difficult for you to win the game. We haven't done it in one of the actions, and credit to them as well for that.
Now, looking ahead to the FA Cup 4th round this weekend. Friday night sees Club World Cup champions Chelsea travel to East Yorkshire to face Hull City against Liam Rosenior's former side. Some of the other ties this weekend include Man City versus Salford City, Burton Albion welcome Premier League strugglers West Ham, and Wolves travel to Grimsby, who comfortably beat Manchester United on penalties earlier this season in the Carabao Cup. On the South Coast, Southampton will face Leicester City following their incredible comeback win on Tuesday night. The Saints were 3-1 down in the 81st minute, with Shea Charles' 96th minute strike the winner. Leicester will travel to St Mary's in a rematch of the tie, with a spot in the FA Cup 5th round proper to play for. England boss Thomas Tuchel has signed a contract extension until 2028. The German's deal was set to expire after the World Cup. He says, "I am very happy and proud to extend my time with England. It is an incredible opportunity and we are doing our very best to make the country proud."
Yes, I'm very proud and I enjoyed the job, and Well, the main reasons I took the job in the first place were the players. I wanted to be around this amazing group of players. I wanted to coach these characters that I already knew from Premier League and mostly of Premier League. And the second was that the talks and the commitment and from the federation was there from day one. And these two reasons only got stronger through the last year. We had then a excellent qualifying campaign, and both sides wanted to complete the cycle. We wanted to commit further to a full cycle of World Cup and Euros, and the FA wanted, I wanted, so it was an easy.
The J1 League are set to shake up their scoring system in a football's first in almost 40 years. They are scrapping draws to bring in a penalty shootout instead. If the teams are at a draw after 90 minutes, a penalty shootout will take place, with the winners awarded 2 points and the losers to take 1 point. Some say faith can move mountains, but at Bridge the Gap, it's all about moving footballs. Zach Davis is site leader here in Southampton, and here is a preview of what he told our reporter, Lloyd Stevens.
Between football and church. So originally it was started by a guy called Tristan, our CEO of the charity, that had a vision and was told in prayer about starting a football charity to get young men together to, as I said, bridge the gap between football and church. So the idea is we would love to have everyone here to come to know Jesus, how we all know him, and we use a football as a vessel to do that.
In the rugby, Ireland start week 2 against Italy tomorrow at 2:10 p.m. England face Scotland, and Gregor Townsend says England is the biggest game of the season, and it's even more important after the opening loss to Italy. Wales versus France end week 2 on Sunday at 3:10. Wales head coach Steve Tandy insists on keeping his focus on areas that the team can improve in.
Focus on what we didn't do in England, where we need to get more of an imprint in the game. So for us, it's, yeah, everyone will know and everyone's aware of what France did to Ireland, but ultimately we have to be focusing on what we can do better going into this game, rather than it being about the underdog or...
For the first time in darts' 21-year history, the PDC visited Belgium. At the AFAS Dome, Michael van Gerwen's unbeaten start to the Premier League has come to an end, losing to Gerwin Price 3-6. The Dutchman won the opening week in Newcastle before beating Luke Littler in this week's semis. It was Derby Day in the University Darts UK Challenge Cup quarter-final as Solent faced Portsmouth. With a place in the semi-finals at stake, tensions were high and the match went right down to the wire. Here's a preview of the full story, which is coming up later on.
I felt sick for days. It is big. A little bit of back and forth between us and Pompey, as there always is, you know, when it comes to any sport.
I think if you asked me yesterday, I probably would have said I'm really nervous, but today I think it's just more excitement now, just ready to get going. Come on! Ready to go and just have fun with my friends whilst obviously playing the game that I love to play.
Everybody loves bowling, but how big is the gap between a professional and an amateur? Here's a preview of Ed Groves putting this to the test.
It's a big gap. If you're going to turn up once or twice a year, you're not going to win much. My name's Nick Longworth. I'm still running this league here now, 30 years later on.
That's all from us for now. Check out our website, Solent Sports News, for more updates. We'll be back at 3:30 to round up what our reporters have found this weekend.